So this is your yen analysis for Monday the 19th of March. Now, let's just have a look what happened to prices, the way prices may likely go. So, as you can see, the most recent trend here is to the downside. We had prices come up towards this 132.44. So it briefly broke above the 32.02, headed up to this most recent swing high, which I've head up towards this most recent swing high here in around the 32.44, from which we have seen the sell side continuation to the downside. We weren't able to find support at the 31.70, 30.94, 30.60, or even this 29.95. So we've seen further sell side momentum take us down through this 130 level, down from through 130, and we headed down towards the 129.60, from which we did see buy side momentum return to the market for a test of this 129.95. Now we are seeing some resistance found here around 129.95. So if we do see the further sell side continuation in light of this most recent trend, which is the downside, we are expecting prices to head down towards that 129.45. In around 129.45, it is a major level marked out here in red. We could potentially see prices move back up towards that 129.95, a successful break from which we're looking for prices head up towards that 130.60, and a break from the 130.60. We are looking for prices to then head up towards the 130.94. And if we do successfully navigate the 130.94, we do have to be aware of the 400 period moving average and the 200 period moving average before looking for a move up towards that the 131.70. If, however, we aren't able to find support at this major level of the 129.45, we are looking for prices to head down towards the 128.53, is it? Yes. Beyond 129.45, we're looking for the next major level, 128.59, and a break from there. We're looking for price head down towards that 127.56. Those are pretty much the levels that we are looking at here to the downside on the euro, from the euro yen. Those are pretty much the levels that we are looking at here on the euro yen. To the downside, if, however, yeah, those are pretty much that. Let's just have a look at the higher time here. So if we have a look at the higher time frames, and we get the scaling on here correct, and it's supposed to remove the drawings, make our charts less of an eyesore. As we can see here, on the monthly chart, we've had this very strong, persistent run to the upside. The candles increasingly became smaller the further up we came. And as we can see, we then posted this very bearish candle here in the month of February. So far in March, we've had a brief move upwards. And as we can see, the sell side momentum has taken us down. And we do seem poised for further downside continuation here, if over only the short term. If only over the short term, especially in light of the most recent trend being to the upside, before we see further continuation. So at the moment, we're in and around where we do have the 200 period moving average here on the monthly chart. Let's just have a look. So we do have the 200 period moving average currently sitting in around at 130.38, and we trace line below that level, we're trading all the way down at the 129.80s. And so if we do see the further downside continuation, there is a possibility, other than the levels previously identified, for price head down towards that 125. Down at 125, we do have, not only is it likely to be a psychological level, but we've also got a 20 period moving average on here on the monthly chart, potentially increasing likelihood of seeing a move to the upside from the 125 if we were to retrace that deep. Now let's just have a look at the weekly time frame, and I suppose it's going to be a similar scenario. So here on this weekly time frame, we formed our bit of a base. We've had a move upwards towards the 400 period moving average. Seen sell side momentum come into the market all the way down towards that 116. Posted what would have been a higher low in this most recent trend. Had a very brief move upwards, break, retested the 400 period from above, tested the 200 period moving average, broke above there, consolidated, had a move up towards that 136, traded as high as 137.50, I think it is. I think it was in around at 137.50 or so, from which we did see this very large bearish candle. From there, we are seeing the further sell side momentum. Now, we're interacting with the 200 period moving average below us, and potentially acting as a dynamic level of support. We'll see if we do break the 200 period moving average. 200 period moving average sitting in and around a major level that we've previously identified in around at 129.45, marked out in red. We've got the 200 period moving average sitting at the 129.44. level. So within a pip or so of the 129.45, we've got a 200 period moving average on the week. So we do have to be aware of that 129.45 being a key level. As we do have quite a couple of factors here aligning on the euro yen. Now let's just have a look at the daily time frame before wrapping up here on the euro yen. So if you have a look at the daily time frame, we can see here we're in a bit of a trading range, broke to the upside, broke back in, tested, had a brief pullback, had a move up towards that 137, from which we've seen this somewhat decisive sell-off here. Degree of there was a couple of bullish candles involved there somewhat, but we have seen a brief bounce consolidation in around this 200 period moving average here on the daily chart. But we do appear to be breaking down from this 200 period moving average. Don't appear to be holding support. So we'll see how prices react in around our most recent swing lows here on the market. Most recent swing lows are currently in around that 129.45 again. And from before we did see the bullish buy side reaction to the upside. So again, we do seem poised for a test of that 129.45 on multiple fronts. And with that said, that pretty much wraps up the euro yen analysis. Thanks for watching.